gotta move. Oh, they're coming through. Oh, we got the boats are dripping. It looks like, I wonder who that is. Who is it?
Texas Highway Patrol is right here. I don't know who they are.
Oh.
He's with the Washington State. Actually, I don't know. Did you talk to him? Had like long.
We got,
Okay.
there's some people
Anyways,
here.
he used to do work down.
We got over here.
I think it was you that he was saying or
I
something.
want to hear what they have to say.
They can have all the politicians on their side. They ain't gonna kill our spirit. We just came from giving the church protection. They called us and they were in need. We provide protection for the church.
Do you know who this is?
We do that for our gente. We are the people who continue to feed us for our gente. Oh, who are we? Rob Ray! Who are we? Rob Ray! Rob Ray! Rob Ray! Oh. Solo.
Nice.
The ones ensuring
What's the brown berets, guys?
and the ones wearing many hats. Granger offers professional.
Socioeconomic group that promotes
Estos nomás están de metiches.
the people that are already here. We're trying to spread the word that remind Mexicans that you're indigenous to this land. You're not illegal to the land that is from your ancestors. So and we just help with communities who are in need. We're just like the Red Cross, but we're brown berets. And this is
Nice.
Which one is the lead? Oh, he's the lead. Okay. I'm with me. Just me. It's just me. It's mine. Yeah, I don't have a special podcast or anything.
Up in Austin, and just came down to see what all the hubbub was about. With the border crossing and all that.
Hey guys, can you guys scoot over a little? Just
Yeah.
stay on that
sorry.
side.
Which doesn't seem to be much going on. Seems very much political. It is political. Right? Yeah, it's gotta be pawns in the game.
And right now they have some of the people of color fighting against themselves, saying, look, the Mexicans are giving money and they're doing this. But if the local governments were going to give the people that money to begin with, they already would. So that money was not going to go to anybody
And I'm thinking,
that
is
was
there
already
any, what's
in
down
the
there?
country. It wasn't. Because you don't have a government
that way there's
where
nothing
the two wings of the government are fighting, and you'll get some that want to give for the people and others that want to give for corporations. And they want to continue the hatred between the people of color groups so that you forget what's happening in Washington. You just put your anger all towards these people who, like your ancestors, came here for a better life, and who, like some of your ancestors, didn't have to go through an immigration office. You could just walk right in, because in 1776 there was no immigration offices. Everybody was flocking here. So when you want to talk about illegal, you talk about the people that first came here. How illegal were they? But their ancestors are here saying that we're the illegal ones. When pretty much Europeans don't belong in this country. Hey, you can come and live in this country, but don't try and pull us out of our own country. You have a country to go back to if you want an all-white country. All of Europe.
Do you think that this issue is still about Mexicans coming across? Because I'm seeing that the issue is not Mexican people at all.
Well, what's SB4 about?
You ready to go?
Do you know what SB4 is? SB4 is only targeting Mexicans. It doesn't target the Russians.
I'm gonna say something about that. When the Ukrainian war.
Yeah.
A lot of Ukrainians came over here. They were stuck in the border, right? The governor said, "Oh, we have money for them to come over," and they came through here with no problem.
Yeah.
They allocated money for them, and they have blonde hair, blue eyes, like the president, governor.
Right.
They came through here, no fucking problem,
Yeah.
right?
But I think it's all colors.
It's got to do with skin
Yeah.
color, my friend.
What's that?
It's got to do with skin color. If you don't look like Abbott,
Yeah.
you're screwed. If you look like him, they said, hey, you can come right in. You can come right in here.
Thank you guys. Nice talking.
Thanks
with
for
you.
talking.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting take.
Oh, I think they're doing like a... I think they're gonna maybe march down or something. I think they were going out to get some food. I'm gonna go back to my little spot over here. I was kind of just popping a squat over here. We were just sitting here. Look at it. It's got a sunset over here. I was just enjoying the sunset. And I'm just gonna sit you guys right here right now. You just never know when something's gonna pop up. So I thought I would go ahead and go live because there were people there who were obviously protesting. They weren't there very long though. Oh, I gotta change my thing here.
So that was interesting.
Yeah.
It was.
It's sorry, I just turned that camera, but I'll take out anything that's got you in it.
No, that's all right.
But yeah, kind of. So this is an invasion. It's calculated, it's planned, and it's unfortunate because just like Europe lost their country.
It's a worldwide thing, man.
Yeah.
It's a worldwide. It's not just America. I mean, look what's going on in the world. It's everywhere.
We met a guy here that was very interesting. He has Instagram, and it's Souls of a Movement. Souls. And he takes pictures of protesters that are protesting for like freedom all over the entire world, pretty much. In a lot of different countries, been to all the different. And he takes really good pictures. He had seen his shirt with the "We Are Magistrates" on the back, and wanted to get a picture of him against the wall, like up against that wall and stuff. And so he's very artistic with his, to get the best image through. And so he was telling us though that he's been to all these, you know, the different protests in France and all and that it is worldwide. It is not just us here in America. This is a worldwide kind of where people are awakening to the fact that of what is going on around them and the freedoms that they have lost. And what's going on.
I mean, Europe is basically, they were seeing this 8 years ago. Syria and all that, pushing them right up.
Displacing, whatever you want to call it, displacing people.
But instead of the Crusades where the Muslims were met with swords and armor, and they were met with blankets and water. You know, we're made up with debit cards.
Yep.
And it's cause division for people.
They were actually right about, in my opinion, they were actually right about part of this, because we are being divided and we're being forced to, or encouraged, shall I say, to fight with each other. I don't think it's solely by race, though. I think it has a lot more to do with the people who have the corporations, the money, the politicians, the media, trying to get all of us little peons to fight each other. And a lot of it is by class, not so much by race, because like, you try being poor, it don't matter what color you are, you're poor in America, you're screwed.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is it's you know, it's gender, it's race, it's religion.
Everything. They try to divide us by everything. They try to divide us by everything.
They even divided people of the same race because you're an asshole if you're not wearing a mask.
Mhm.
You're an asshole if
Yeah.
you're not
If you
vaxxed.
didn't go get a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were completely ostracized from society. And people justify it. You know, most of the genocide and most of the bad things that have happened in the world have been, you know, justified by the people doing it because of whatever event they created. It's really trippy because there's people coming over from, you know, all parts of the world that, you know, it's all men.
And they don't like us.
And they don't like
They
us.
don't like us. They don't like our way of life. They don't like Western civilization.
They don't want to protect us. They
No.
want to take us over. They want to check.
There's a lot of them. I'm not gonna sit there.
Yeah,
and say
you
all
can't-
of
that's the
them.
thing, you
I
can't
won't say
generalize,
all of
guys.
them, but there are I think a lot of them.
Is your name Dave?
Yeah.
Okay, the Sneds say hello.
Yeah, that's my peeps right
Okay, your peeps are saying hello on. Let me see who it was.
I didn't know you were live streaming.
Yes, sorry.
How you doing, brother?
Annie. Oh, I gotta say that last name. Come on now. I thought Bevo was hard. I might. Let's see.
My new friend Lori Arnold
Goral.
is, live
I'm
streaming
sorry. I'm
her,
so bad at this.
and you're
Sorrel
on
Fic.
YouTube, Laura?
Yeah, YouTube. Lori Arnold.
She's on Lori Arnold on YouTube. And L-A-U-R-I.
Lori.
L-O-R-I. Lori.
Lori.
Lori. And there's some Sneds in the house, I guess.
Welcome, Sneds.
Yeah, welcome, guys. Yeah, so I'm in downtown Eagle Pass. Oh, nice. Well, we could, you know, I'm in downtown Eagle Pass.
That scared me for a second. It was nothing happening. But
That's a big, kind of a big nothing for, you know, people do pass through here.
you're supposed to give us a warning before you do that.
Not a lot going on here. We insecure people.
They scared me with the sirens. Kind of funny.
Cool. You could even open up. Actually.
Hi.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably have to do the same way. But maybe go on Lori Arnold. Pull up Lori Arnold's.
So you can watch him.
And then you could, we could just use her camera. I can save battery.
So I'm your backup charger.
You want to see? You want to do that and then we can,
Oh, that's the Texas Highway Patrol.
They have
The
so
state
much hype
troopers.
about it.
State trooper.
There was so much hype about
ARNOLD.
Trump being here today.
I didn't see Trump here.
what's that?
Oh, baby. She said that there was so much hype about Trump being here, and they'd come down and they're all disappointed. There's nothing here. Well, there's no hype. There's nobody here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, see you. That's my buddy who I've been kicked off everything. So,
Have you?
Yeah. So so the only thing I can stream to right now is X and Rumble.
Rumble, yeah.
And Rumble's.
Now don't get me copy striked over here.
All right, I won't talk about.
You got to be a little.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
watch.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like. That's the thing. I haven't been copy striked yet, or not copy strike, but like gotten a strike.
Then don't say my name.
But I'm pretty.
Don't say.
Okay. But I'm pretty careful to make sure that I
Either of my names.
walk that fine line,
Yeah,
so you don't get
Yeah,
kicked
the
off.
Sneds will tell you. You can't.
I
you
try.
can't- I couldn't even go in under a false name on Facebook because they found out who I was.
No, no.
But so.
You're a troublemaker.
Yeah. You have no idea. But it's basically I was calling things out very early and so I've been. I think I went live about 5 years ago and done about 5,000 hours, live hours.
Where'd you start out on? What platform?
Facebook Live.
Oh, okay. I started out on Facebook too.
Yeah, I just
You hit the
made it
live button.
live, and a few showed up and said, "What are you doing?" Next thing, and I was used to walk the beach. I used to live in California and then walk like Malibu Beach and Pank Beach and just talk about crazy stuff. Other people in California thought I was crazy for.
No, but
I
people
found
all
my
over,
audience,
yeah.
Right? It's
Want to
kinda
see
like,
what you? It's the simplest. We like to go to graveyards and do all kinds of weird stuff. That just to look at, like I'm from the north and I've come down here and we see Texas graveyards and I get to see Confederate and Union soldiers buried together and just the history. That Civil War history is there and that just all of it. I love it. So I like to share, even if you only get a few people on there.
oh yeah.
Somebody somewhere is
What
appreciating.
about that one we went the last time? It showed you Ned the Martians.
Oh yeah, we found Ned the alien where he was buried over in. Yes, they said he was an alien.
Man, it's over in Aurora, Texas.
Aurora,
It's a little
Texas.
town called Aurora, Texas.
And what's the guy's name?
Ned.
Ned, according to folklore, they found like this capsule, like what did they say it was cigar shade?
Yeah, like a cigar.
UFO
Okay.
landed in. You should come back here and tell.
Please do.
Yeah, come back here.
He reached out. He waved to me earlier when I was walking through there. Which we got to hear from that.
Yeah.
Right. So how many we got with us right now?
329.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring another 300 or something.
Yeah.
With us from Hawks here. Hawk is Hawk's Mustard Seeds 24.
Hawk mustard seeds 24.
Hawk, yeah, Hawk's Mustard Seeds.
Hawk's mustard
Seeds. And it's the his 24th channel. I blew up his 22nd and probably his 17th and 12th. Hey man, what's your name?
Ricky Ricardo.
Ricky Ricardo.
I look busy.
Hello. Thank you for coming back.
What's going on is that
So,
on camera yet?
Oh, okay. I respect that, dude. No, can we listen to you though?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
put me on.
Okay, we'll put you on
He'll
camera.
be the brains. I'll be the beauty.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk the deal that's going on here.
Yeah. Do you want to
Okay.
walk down a little bit away from them? Just like right
Right here across the street.
Yeah. Oops, here.
They don't like me. Neither does the board like me.
So what's you want to sit?
Yeah, sure. Okay,
Are you all right to?
I'll
I'm
just-
alright if you put.
Look,
him-
I'm gonna put it just towards them, and we can just talk.
Okay,
good idea.
definitely.
That way I can get
That'd
it
be
close
awesome.
to you, but we're not seeing
That'd
you.
be
How about
awesome.
that?
That's probably. I want you to hear my voice. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I want people to hear you.
Or do you want to sit?
No, I'm good. I'll sit right here.
Okay.
Want to sit?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sit.
So let's talk about this. What's going on here? Because these guys, they're not going to tell you anything. But there's a hugging ceremony that happens here in the middle of the bridge.
There's
With
what?
hugging ceremony.
Hugging.
Yeah, ceremony of friendly, supposedly amigos. There's supposed to be amigos over there on the Mexican side.
Okay.
I do have houses over there on the Mexican side. And I've been trying to get across over here under political asylum. I'm a U.S. citizen, but the government on Mexico has been threatening me because I documented, I recorded something, came out on Facebook from the first caravans and said that they were about to release the migrants and they started releasing them just all around the city on the Mexican side, right there in Piedra Negra as well. After this happened, then I had problems with them because they sent somebody, the Mexican government sent a thief over to my house so to see if I was going to do something to that person. And luckily, I didn't hit him upside the head because I know there's no such thing as self-defense over on the Mexican side.
Who did they send to you?
A thief.
A thief, okay.
Yeah, a
okay.
thief. Yeah, a robber. Somebody
Yes,
steals from
yes,
you.
yes, I got you.
And so anyways, the guys gets caught. I get I get taken with him. Guess who's the one that ended up having to pay a fee, a fine, and threatened to be sent over to prison?
Ricky Ricardo.
Ricky Ricardo, the U.S. citizens, because we're a symbol of dollars to them. Anyways, with this being said, let's go ahead and proceed ahead to what's going on the Mexican side. Before before the migrants get here, there's a checkpoint just like we have here in the Eagle Pass area outside of Piedras Negras. That's where all the military, that's where the special forces line up to wait for them coming in. They don't ask them for protection or for, what's it called? Bribes. It's no longer called that. It's called a fee for every migrant that gets there. If you don't pay that fee, you're gonna walk or you're not gonna go by. Not till you pay that fee. Or if they gather enough money, they'll just go ahead and let them buy.
This is the Mexican government.
This is the Mexican government on that side.
On that side. These fees.
That are
Mexican
taking this fees, this bribes, fees, whatever they want to call them. And so, anyways, so they start walking over here to this side. Even before they get to the border, they're already being escorted until they're already being told where to walk to and where to go through.
So they're getting fees on that side here at Eagle Pass.
On the Mexican
And
side,
then
on Piedras Negras, correct.
They're telling them where to go. Piedras Negras right there.
Yes.
They're telling them to walk across, and they're letting them go.
Yes. And this was right before, and what I'm talking about was before, this was right before the Governor Abbott made the brilliant decision to bring in the National Guard. This happened before, right?
So since he brought in the National Guard, has it been happening?
Since he brought in the National Guard, it hasn't been as fluent, but they see that the governor comes out on TV and it's being publicized. So now they're going over there to Del Rio and El Paso area over there to be able to come across easier because they're not.
Because they're stopping them here.
Yeah, because they're stopping them here, correct.
So, what we came down for was to. I came down. I was part of a convoy, but I didn't come down until this morning. We had an event over at the Children's Cornerstone Children's Ranch.
Correct.
All right. So they wanted to go on private property because if we were here, there would be a problem maybe with the feds or with the state National Guard.
Okay.
So they did it on private property, but I think we wanted to come down and see what was really going on at Eagle Pass because Eagle Pass is kind of the whole thing is the razor wire, right?
Mhm.
That the feds said you got to take down the razor wire. But it really has nothing to do with the razor wire, right? Because if you pay somebody over there, do they send you through the legal channel or just across the illegal, basin?
They'll send you through where they know that when I say we is the U.S.
Yeah.
to where the U.S. Where they know that the U.S. has National Guard or somebody to make sure they don't drown.
Right here?
Yes, it's actually the second bridge over there on that side. This is bridge number 1.
Okay.
Not a lot of the crossings don't happen here. They happen on bridge number 2, a little right under bridge number 2. That's where all the crossings happen at. Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And so, with that being said, it doesn't end there. I already told you guys where the money is being made on that side.
Right.
Now we want to talk about where money is being made on this side.
Right.
Okay. So, so I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you know who the Mexican council is appointed by here in this border?
No.
Or in other borders?
No.
No, okay. Well, I don't know either who he's appointed by, but the Mexican Council has a father-in-law who has the transportation company with more than 5 vans. Guess what? As soon as they heard you guys were gonna come in, and when I say you guys, I mean the support of the convoy was coming in. They hit all their vans because they work together with the with the Border Patrol agency. They turn them in
With the
directly.
U.S. border.
Hey, I've actually seen a live streamer that is on the border down here who was showing some vans that were meeting up with Border Patrol over on the Mexican side, and they were transferring people back and forth, and then the van
saw
would take off
the
and go
SUVs
towards the
that came.
processing plant. I say
Okay.
processing plant, this is in where they process people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And but I'll take you guys, and you can follow me in your car if you want to. And it's right here where the park is. It's right next to the. It's a couple of blocks over here, right next to the police station.
I was in that channel that came off the thing that had a little water in it.
Yes.
And it was that channel, and
No,
then
they
there
don't.
was a fence on the other side.
Yeah, no, they don't even get that far. They only come across right there. They have the they put up the tents, and right there they'll line them up and sit them down right there. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so the Mexican council here in Texas hands them over to her father-in-law, and
Who's father-in-law?
the Mexican council father-in-law. They're Mexican. They're Mexican officials. They
Okay.
used to. They're people from Mexico that I don't know their status here in the U.S., but somehow they got a permit. Because I mean, I imagine because they work for they work together with the U.S. government, so they have to have some kind of legal status. But anyways, they're the ones making all the money out of most of the illegals coming across. They even wait for them right at the bridge, in bridge number 2, for them to come out. And they have about 5 workers standing in different points with different vehicles, regular vehicles, because they pay them to be able to drive the vans. But first they go collect the people, bring them over to their office, collect the money, and then they get sent up to San Antonio.
So we just found that basically this week we found the direct correlation between the UN,
Hmm.
which was paying for each migrant that came across. Where do you think that money's going to?
Oh, that's coming definitely from taxpayers' monies.
Yeah,
Taxpayers'
I mean,
money.
The money we give to the UN is just coming back, for that. But who do you think it's going to down this way? In other words, who's getting money for every migrant that comes across? You got people over there getting money, over here. Like if you're over there and you're trying to get across this border, it doesn't matter where you're from.
Mexican
Say
military is getting money from that.
you're Guatemala, you want to get in here,
Mhm.
okay? How much do you got to pay to somebody on that side? How much you got to pay to somebody on this side? Do you know?
At first, it all depends what their nationality is.
Okay.
What their nationality. The further down, the more they cost. The more they have to pay. Their regular fee used to be like about 1,000 pesos, like 50, 60 bucks per person in the at the checkpoint over there.
Uh-huh.
But that's about just to allow them to come in into the border city here, Piedra
And
Negro.
it probably costs them a lot of money to get to that point, right? To get up through Mexico?
Well, it does cost them some money, but now there's a agency right here across the border that rents. I mean, and you have to see it. It's basically a trailer full of nothing but about I can say probably it fits about 200 bicycles, and because they're only allowed to go, they're dropped off like 2 hours or 3 hours away from the border. And right there, they're waiting for them, and then they come in the bicycles. And you'll see brand new bicycles, and then they drop them off, and they have a shelter place drop-off point, and then they have to pay for that.
This
and then
is an operation.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
without
It's a
question.
money-making
it's a money-making
Yeah.
operation, definitely, yes.
Yeah. And
Wrapped in compassion.
Oh,
In the name of compassion.
in the name of
Fake
a
compassion.
fake compassion, definitely,
well,
I
that's-
agree with that.
That's how they've controlled humanity for a long time, right? It's like they're especially
They use our love against us.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they don't have compassion. They've gone through cremation of care, and they've destroyed all their compassion through sexual, physical, and emotional abuse as children, and inflicting it upon other children. So they've gone through the cremation of care. They've lost their soul. They've lost their compassion.
Well,
And they prey upon our compassion
yes.
to, and that's, yeah.
The way I look at it is, the Mexican government, where they're coming from, is gonna have compassion for them, because they know that by sending or allowing that amount of people to come across, it's gonna create what is the correct word for no money? The U.S. is gonna spend a lot of money on, and they're hoping sooner or later we go kind of bankrupt
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
here in the U.S. And I mean, there's a plan. You gotta look at everything behind it. There's a plan for which they're doing that. What a coincidence! Now they're building a military base over there on that side with for airplanes and helicopters, and they're already announcing it.
It's
Do you mind me asking, Ricardo?
Yes.
That was Richard
Yeah,
Ricardo?
Ricky
Ricardo?
Ricardo.
Ricky
Yeah.
Ricardo. So you are from this area then? You are more local here. You said you own places over in
from Cuba.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not
Cuba.
from Cuba. No. I was actually born in Laredo, Texas.
No, I mean, do you have places here in Texas too? Yeah, you said
Yes,
Laredo.
I have two properties, because I met a lady, a wonderful lady, that can be able to stand me, and she's a great person too, and she knows how to cook good. Anyways, and so I've been with her for more than 9 years now, and I'm fixing to get married here in the bridge, because I've already tried political asylum, because they tortured me over there across the border. They using handcuffs as a weapon. They left my hands like this, rolling, my arm messed up, and I came and asked for political asylum, and they refused it to me, saying that I'm a ex-Zeta cartel member, and I got proof that where I was and everything, to prove that what they're saying is bull crap. You're right. Anyways, but they'll use anything to be in good standing here with that other side.
Wow. What's the solution?
The solution to all this is very simple. Start just like U.S. citizens that make the mistake or sometimes fall under the mistake of transporting illegal aliens, because sometimes they see themselves in a situation where they ain't got no money, and they get prosecuted, and they get sent. Well, just like if he's the one that's transporting, then the one that is being transported should get sentenced too, and told, hey, you know what? This is gonna be the law that has to be put into place, and this is the law that is in place, and you can't break the law, because if we allow that, then everybody's gonna start breaking the law and not taking the U.S. seriously for what we are, a country.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
You know.
We just saw what happened in New York a few days ago. I think it was New York, right? New
With the
York
police
City,
officer
with the
that was
police
attacked.
officers. And
What happened?
They got assaulted. The 3 police officers got assaulted by 6 men, by six Venezuelan guys. 5 of them got caught, and then they got released and sent over to California. From New York to California.
I tell you.
yeah.
Just,
If that would have been one of us doing it, we'd be,
Yeah.
we'd be thrown out,
Well, that is hard for people to swallow, that we have to follow rules and laws, or we get put in jail or fined, and then we see other people. I mean, we see other people who are not having to follow the rules. As little kids, when you were on the playground, when
Yes.
somebody budged in line, it made you upset because it wasn't fair, you know.
Correct. And you're in this country, everybody, as they're growing up, they're taught to respect the law and to respect your parents, and so your parents are the law when you're growing up. So
You know, you would, if you didn't belong at that school, you weren't allowed to be at that school.
correct.
You're either in school at that school, you're a teacher, or you're the janitor. Otherwise, you're out of here. But
Yeah.
we're not doing that same thing. And the more that we deteriorate our society, it's the more chaos they create, the less secure, the less special our country is. It's tragic. And but I think that this was necessary to wake people up, because one of the things I talk about, the 17th letter of the alphabet a lot, and that's one of the things that's gotten me knocked off a lot of platforms, is that said that that you can't tell people the truth, you must show them. And anybody that's tried to wake up a friend or family member to what's really going on in the world, they look at you like, they look past you. They can't even take that on. They can't even take it in. And so you can't tell them the truth, you must show them. And I think this whole thing is heightening everything.
Yes.
Gender transformation, the children, the grooming of our children with Disney and these Netflix and these channels, and the music industry that pushed the jab and the CV and the actors that have Trump derangement syndrome, all these people. Like I don't even listen. I don't listen to Neil Young anymore. I don't listen to Bruce Springsteen. I don't listen to any of these woke people that are betraying humanity by taking $1. These pharmaceutical giants that are financing our politicians in Hollywood. And even the NFL. You got a guy like Travis Kelce, who's Mr. Pfizer,
Mr. P, yeah,
right?
Yep.
And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, and then you've got Taylor, who's this is a whole psyop to get her catalog back from Soros, who owns her catalog, and she's got to play ball.
So
with your catalog, you got to play ball.
I got a question. So do you feel, have people been threatening your life here and stuff, or just for speaking up, just how you've spoken?
Well, I've been threatened. My life has been threatened constantly in the Mexican side, and they know that I have to stay over there because I have my family. I got 2 stepkids. Well, I don't call it. They're my stepkids, but they're not really my stepkids no more because they were young, like 13 and 15, when I brought them up, and so I taught them the right thing, how to work and everything. And so they know that I have to go across there, so they'll threaten me and they'll say, hey, you know what? If you try to speak up or say something to the human services, well, not the human services, the human rights over here in Mexico, then you're going to have problems with us. But, I mean, they, as it is, they're not going to care to threaten a U.S. citizen because they are used to that. They're used to threatening people and even beat them up, slapping them around. They're the people from Mexico.
I was just going to ask who they were. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Who are the people that are what is it that you're doing that's upsetting them the most?
Oh, because I publicized during the first caravans that they started releasing the migrants from where they had them in a contained area, and that's what set it off. And
Really?
yeah, that's what set it off. Yeah, from the start. And
Because they were putting on a show
yeah,
to let you know that nothing's happening, just like nothing's happening today, because they know we're all down here this weekend.
oh yeah. There's going to be a lot of people hiding from that make money out of all the migrants. Like I said right now, the Mexican Council's father-in-law, he already put. But with this being said, I mean, it's going to continue as long as Biden keeps on, the President Biden keeps on saying, oh, come over here.
Yeah.
You can get anything for free because you guys come first before anybody else.
So what do you think's going to happen then between, basically, Abbott said to Biden, listen, you're not protecting our border, so under the Constitution, we have the right to protect the border. And, which is, Article 1, Section 10
verse 3, which my buddy Hawk has said, you know, that's 11:3, the start, which 17 talked about. And I came down here. I was a J6. I came down here because I kind of feel like this is the bookend of that, because we're here because of what happened in the 2020 election and how it's stolen, and how now look what happens in the stolen election. And so I feel like this is the kind of the, at least the awakening for the masses to the difference between state and federal control. Are you seeing, since Abbott brought in the National Guard, are you saying that there's less happening here and at this other bridge, and they're moving out to the outskirts more?
Yes, they're definitely moving out to the outskirts. They know now that Texas is serious about not allowing people to just come in like that, because we don't want terrorists coming in, or people just coming in just like that without us knowing who they are. But they're definitely going around Del Rio, but their favorite place right now is going to be El Paso, because they can basically walk across. I mean, it's not even knee deep over there. They can just walk across it. That's their favorite place right now. But in short, I just want to say something that can fix this problem. But Governor Abbott is already doing part of it. He just needs to do a little bit more. That a little bit more means getting rid of the sheriff that's right here, getting rid of the police department, the people that are the head honchos right now for this city. He needs to get not fire them, but replace them, send them somewhere else, so we can have somebody with a fresh start, with a fresh mentality, somebody that has had too much communication with the Mexican side, with the Mexican government, because they kind of get into too much personal stuff with the Mexican government, having those hugging ceremonies in the middle of the bridge.
Well, tell us about the hugging ceremony.
Yeah, I was curious about that too, what it
Well,
was.
that hugging ceremony
'Cause I'm in.
is something.
Me too, I'm a hugger.
is that that hugging is just an agreement between Eagle Pass and Piedra Negra that they're gonna get along just fine, and that the Border Patrol
Okay.
and the border nationals that are in the bridge on the Mexican side. Give me a second.
Sure.
Hello, bueno.
This is fast.
Ahorita te hablo, hija. Ahorita te hablo. Está bien. That's my wife already checking on me. I'm in trouble. Nah, just kidding. Nah, I'm not sure. She knows that I work hard anyway. But anyways, they have a hugging ceremony, but the reason I don't like that hugging ceremony is because I can't quote the exact year, but I think it was 2000 or 1999 when they had the Zetas cartel come in to the border city, and they were allowed in, but by the mayor that was there. And so after they saw, they were buddies. Everybody was buddies with that cartel. And as soon as they saw, they started to lose a lot of ground. That their cops were not being respected, and that they couldn't work together no more. Then they separated from them, and now they want to make themselves look like, oh, we're legal people, we're respectful people, when in reality they were already working with the cartels. So that same person, and that same person of national security that knows that very well, comes the head of national security for the state of Coahuila, right across the borders. That's the state of Coahuila. Comes and does a hugging ceremony in the middle of the bridge, and they know that. The border patrols know that, because they told me before. Because I told them, I confronted them. What the hell are you doing hugging in the middle with the cartels? They were like, no.
The corruption's been going on a long time over there, hasn't it? Like long time. Corruption.
Oh, corruption is
Yeah,
always gonna be
it's-
because this is Mexico's favorite phrase. It's the cartels.
Cartel.
But if you look behind the cartels, there's always a leader,
Mm-hmm.
and that leader is called the government.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you have a government that has over 40,000, that's just an example, 40, 50,000 soldiers, and you have a cartel that only has 1,500 soldiers, you know you can knock out that and get it out of the way.
Well, and the cartel that you were speaking of in particular, the Zetas,
Yeah.
they're mostly, or they were founded by military, right?
Well, this happened because the
Or,
U.S.
or ex-military members, should I
This
say?
happened because the U.S. made a mistake of sending Mexican soldiers to get trained in Israel by by the U.S. and Israelite and the Israel and I think it was also the UN. And they come back, and that same training they used it to be able to get away
Mm-hmm.
from the military and form their lines of cartels.
Well, that's what's happening here in the U.S. What's
Mhm.
going on in New York is they're going into gangs based on where they're from and
Mm-hmm.
the language they could speak, and so they're starting to form gangs.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the problem. What's going on now is that they're got El Salvador's MS-13, but that continues. But you got all these different countries represented that people are now getting together supposedly.
But we know what's happening here in the U.S. But the main point is this: we know we all, women, men, we grow old. We get to a certain age to where we can no longer do several stuff, and because there's even hospitals for people with amnesia or dementia and stuff like that to be able to put them in because they can't look out for themselves.
Yeah.
Now we have a president that forgets
We can't look
the
out for
policies of what he said 2-3 years ago, and he constantly forgets about a lot of stuff. How is he going to help us protect the United States against anybody?
himself. I think he's meant to
I-
wake us up.
I think
I'm a,
he should leave it at that. Be respected. He was a president here in the U.S. Lay it down. Let somebody else lead because obviously he can't lead because of his health.
He's leading us already. He's leading us right off a cliff.
He's leading us into a cliff. But
And I think it's intentional.
yeah, it is definitely intentional because he wants all the votes. He wants the votes of all the people that are coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've ran across people already, and the first thing they told me, oh, Biden said that we were going to get this. Biden said we were going to get that. So where's this place? Where's the shelter? And where's is the food pantries and all the stuff here? Even before they get here, they're already asking, where is the Health and Human Services Department? Because they're already trained before they get
Yeah,
here,
they were
advised about what
Let
to
me
do.
ask you about something. We went out today and we went looking just down in different places here just to get a better view of the river and border and stuff.
Let me go grab it.
We found cards. No, I'm good. I'm really good. I like to kind of pop a squat kind of thing. But no, I'll wait until he goes by. We found cash cards and all kinds of stuff, but I found this. Coordinates. We found it in a wallet.
It might be a phone number for somebody
Could it be-
that might be a smuggler. You never know.
It looks like coordinates.
Yes, it might be a smuggler.
97950954.
He's probably given something to contact that person.
1756. Samuel Funnel. Joseph, was that Joseph Benigno?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll show it on here too. But
What is that?
well, then we found
These are
we found these
these
too.
are used to
Can
put
I
money.
here? This
These
is
are
what it
used to
looks
put
like
money,
GPS coordinates.
and those
Yeah.
are used.
Those are coordinates. Is
I
what
didn't
those
see,
are.
I didn't see
Those are
dots.
used to load money in them. And this is what's it called? A pharmacy,
Check that out, Hawk.
and that's a bank.
That's what we found
We
we
earlier
found
today.
coordinates out there up by the border.
Yeah, and that's a
Who
bank.
can tell me what those coordinates are, guys? Can you
Does anybody
can you
know?
let us know?
Yeah, let us know
And,
what those coordinates are.
Can I see that one?
Yeah, this is a
this one?
card.
And you said one of those was a healthcare card or
That's
Or
a pharmacy
a
card.
pharmacy card.
This
Okay.
one.
The one that just went by is a
It
pharmacy
says
card.
Club of Benefits. That's what
Okay,
it says
yeah.
there.
All right, let me put that
What's
one
the other
back.
one?
And that one is a
See,
bank
that's the
card.
Club of Benefits.
That says Banco,
Yeah,
Bank Atlantis. Yeah.
Did you guys see if there's anything on this? Because I'm hungry.
No, I didn't. I was thinking about it though. 'Cause I was hungry
Maybe
too.
something left.
Yeah.
Huh.
Let me go on Amazon real quick and
Here, let me see that
what
one
I
real
can
quick.
order.
What I can,
Whoops.
Sorry.
what I
No,
can
it's
tell
okay.
you guys that
Yeah.
the person that seems to be really interested
Got a
in
Visa card.
not having this here anymore or not having it at all, or wasn't an agreement, was our mayor here, Mr. Raul Salinas.
Was it the mayor?
Yes,
Really?
yeah, the mayor.
He didn't want what here?
Anything to happen here for people to be crossing here, or for this to happen to be allowed, people to be
While
be
we're down
released.
here, or
No,
just
no,
in
no.
general?
Just in general, the
Okay.
migrants coming across. That's what I'm referring to.
So do you think he's a good man?
I think he's a good man. I think he knows what he's talking about. Because
Who are we talking about? I was looking.
Mr. Raul Salinas is the mayor of Eagle Pass.
The mayor. Okay.
Which would be working, or which would the chief would be working underneath
The mayor.
the mayor.
Because
And
the
that's that.
people, you know, what I was saying to the,
recording.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
recording guy.
Yeah, the one recording that. Yep.
you know, the ones, the brown berets that were here earlier, you know, my argument with them is that right now this isn't about Mexicans coming across the border.
It's not about that.
No.
Definitely no.
It's about, and then that other dude who I think was on the spectrum jumped in, and he, you know, said, you know, it's all about the color of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it either. It's about the fact that, you know, first of all, they're not men, women, and children. They're men, primarily, right? And the children that are coming across, a lot of them are being trafficked and raped, and that is just atrocious. And the fact that we're still letting this happen in this world that we live in is just absolutely tragic, right? You want to sit back down?
No, he's.
So this is crazy, man. So how are you getting the word out? How are you fighting this? Because we're
Yeah.
doing our show. We're, you know, and we've put our own names on it too.
Mhm.
By the way, like a lot of people hide behind, you know, different monikers, but we've used our own name and faces and homes and hearts and souls, and we've you know, reached out and tried to make a difference, and I know that we have. Well, what are you doing? Because for me, I was eaten up inside when I knew all these things I knew, and
nobody.
wasn't
Yeah, there
sharing
was
it.
no way to
Yeah,
tell
there
people.
wasn't. I wasn't.
Well, let me
getting it out.
let me put it to you this way: if the mayor, who is a mayor, knows a lot and he can't do anything about it, much less a regular citizen. If the mayor,
Yeah.
does that make any sense?
Yeah, yeah, no.
I mean,
It's you get frustrated.
I've already told a couple of state troopers, you know, that if anything happens to me in Mexico, or if they attempt to do anything, and if I'm able to defend my family and my life, if we're gonna come across the Rio Grande, just to be able to bring my family to safety, I will, because of how bad it is over there. With just because, like I said, I came out in the first videos of the first caravan saying they were releasing them, so they didn't like it. They said, oh, okay. So what I do now is just to be able to, for them to know that if they're gonna do something to me, there's gonna be repercussions behind it. I have couple of friends that are state troopers and a couple of friends that work here, and I'll go up there because none of this has been here just when you guys got here. When the supporters got here, they put this, and then Governor Abbott laid down this second barbed wire was not there, so I was able to go all the way in there and tell them, hey, look, this is happening. They really didn't care. They really didn't care.
Who were you talking to?
I was talking to the Border Patrol and the state troopers. They were like, yeah, well, go ahead and come on over here. If you see something's gonna happen to me, to you guys, come over here to me. And if I'm here right now, I mean, you can bring them across if you feel like they're gonna attempt to do something to you and your family. But this is the only way. So I'd rather put everything out and say, in case if something happens to me, everybody's already gonna know. Make it public, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid of them, but they're not gonna allow me to defend myself over here on the Texas side because they do the hugging ceremonies with them over there. That's the reason they're not gonna allow me.
And the hugging ceremony is basically with the cartel.
Yes, that's what it is.
And and how often does that happen? Or is it just a symbolic thing with the people that are now in charge that they get together and do it?
It happens every year, once a year.
Okay.
Once a year. It happens, yeah. Definitely happens once a year. And let me put it to you this way. If the president of Mexico is not in good standing, or I'm sorry, not that way. If the governor of Coahuila is not in good standing with the president of Mexico, because there's a different political party because they're very corrupt.
Yeah.
Even the president of Mexico knows that. But the Border Patrol still does. He already came out on TV saying that, talking about them. So, with this being said,
Have you noticed since Biden and the Supreme Court said you can't, put up this razor wire, has anything happened from the feds to stop it or to take it down at all that you know of?
oh well, I hope they don't try to take off anything because we're in Texas here and we honor Texas a lot and we're very proud Texans here. We're not gonna allow for the Border Patrol to take anything down. I don't think our governor is gonna allow that anyways.
He already said they wouldn't. Yeah, they already said they wouldn't.
And I hope he doesn't allow
And he's in
it.
the legal right to do so, and Biden's in the wrong, but then the Supreme Court sided with Biden, which is a violation of our Constitution, which I think is exposing the Supreme Court. Because John Roberts is on the Epstein flight logs to the island. There are people that have showed the picture of him on the island supposedly with Clinton, but I debunked that. It definitely was not him in that photo in the water. But we also know that Amy Coney Barrett, voted against this.
That's the one that really surprised me.
Yeah.
That's the one. Roberts, maybe not so
You're right,
much because
he's felt a little compromised all along.
Yes.
But
Barrett,
she
that one
wasn't,
surprised me.
and now we're finding out about who her father was, and that he was a controlled dude. I forget the actual connection. I want to say they're out of Chicago. And you can't be a politician in Chicago without being completely corrupt. I'm from Springfield, Illinois, and what's been going on in Chicago. They were the first ones really that I heard of ever that where you heard of dead people voting.
I've got a question for you though. Why do you think that the mayor or whoever it would have been the mayor because he's in charge of the police department? So why did the police department do this? Why are they? Because this wasn't even here yesterday. They're saying there was an incident here last night.
They don't do this when the migrants come across, but when the U.S. citizens
They're keeping the U.S. citizens out.
Yes,
They keep the U.S. citizens out.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. I was just curious because we were able to go down the other day, down at least to the gate,
Oh yeah.
and talk to the Texas Guard. And then we get here today, and it's totally done off. And why can't we go down into the park? You know, why can't people go down there? Do you think that they're keeping us out of there?
They don't want you guys to see how the processing goes, how easy the process goes for them to come in. They don't want you guys to see anything what's going on, and they hide it. And there's camps outside, miles away, where they keep them too as well.
They this morning they claimed it was an incident, right? Was the reason for this?
Yes, there was some kind of
Some
incident.
sort of incident last night.
That's me.
Oh, that's you?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Really? There we go.
So let me see. I was trying to show you
There we
guys
go.
a picture
Got it.
of where's he at? Let me see. Well, yeah, that's my
It's getting a little chillier out here,
that's,
isn't
it
it?
That's
is.
what I was getting ready to
That's
throw.
my church member. He's the ex-director for the National Guard for here,
Okay.
for South Texas.
Yep.
And I right away, he's one of the first person I told about what happened to me.
Mhm.
And now you guys know about that in case something happens to me on
Yeah.
set. That's the Mr. Morris segment.
Wait, I'm gonna
Can I
grab
show
mine.
that?
Grab
That's
something,
the
yeah.
ex-director for
You
the
need
National
anything?
Guard.
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. I think
You're-
I'm
you're
okay
good?
with mine.
What's his name?
Mr. Morris segment.
Morris Hickman.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's
He's a good dude, or
he's a
you're
good
not-
person.
you're not sure.
He's a good person. Him and I went to the same church.
Okay.
And as soon as that happened to me in Mexico, whenever they did that, he told me to let the National Guard know, and that he was going to talk to the Border Patrol, and he did. He spoke to the Border Patrol about it.
The people that tortured you in Mexico, were they
Special
cartel or were they directed by the cartel?
Oh, it was the municipal, like the cops, the equivalent
The cops here.
of the cops here with special forces over there. And so this is how they take you to see the judge over there. They take you out at 4 in the morning and they threaten you and they tell you you're not going to say anything, because if you say something or if you plan to say something, you're going to prison right now. And we're sending you to prison right now if you say something, if you decide to go against what we're telling you. I said, yes, sir. You want $1,000? Here's $1,000. I'd rather prefer you keep my money. I mean, that's the way I'm thinking out. I mean, speaking out loud, right?
Is that what they're doing, extorting money?
Yeah, they extort money from people, especially from U.S. citizens. That's what they dwell on. You're a U.S. citizen, you're speeding a little bit too fast. That means either you give me money or...
That used to be the jokey almost back in the day. When I was younger, I'm 52 now, man. Back in the day when I was younger, was that if you did go over to Mexico or whatever, you know, if to make sure you had a little cash on you in case you got pulled over.
Oh, yeah.
So you could pay, you could just pay your ticket right there.
I'm 52 years old, man.
Service.
Absolutely.
My buddy Hawk that I was talking to, who is broadcasting with us, he's a Marine.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Semper Fi, Hawk.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys were talking.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
You guys hungry? Want to go grab a bite together?
Yeah, I don't know. You want to go get something? Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
Good with me.
I'll let you guys go.
How about you, Ricky?
No,
You
no.
wanna come?
No,
Hey, can
I need
we,
to go eat with my wife.
you
She's
gotta
going to
get
say, why don't you
home,
want to
huh?
eat
You
here?
Well, let me ask
Aren't you
okay.
hungry?
Oh yeah, he's got that good cook at home.
Hey, are you down with staying in touch?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Definitely, sir.
let's do that.
Uh,
What kind of work you doing?
I do construction. That's what I used to do over there in Austin. I work with a military vet,
Okay.
Mr. John Duckworth,
Can you take his
Army.
number so that? Can you take his
And,
number because I
yeah.
can't do my.
Yep.
Wait, don't say any numbers out loud here.
Oh, good idea.
Let me mute
once
this
you
real
put
quick
it-
here.
It's 8675. what do you guys think about the solution? I want you guys, with this being said, I want you guys, to leave with this, what I'm about to tell you guys. For this to be fixed, there's Governor Abbott has to change. Start from the police department, the sheriff department, all the people that were here, and he has to put different people in office here so everything can change. Because they're already
Compromised?
compromised or filtered, or if that's the correct word.
Yeah.
So no, so the government of Mexico cannot deal with anybody of the people they used to know. They have to have a fresh start from the start, and
Yeah. And Mexico's not going to do it. They're not going to do it on that side.
they're not gonna do it. No,
Yeah.
they're not. Well, they're not gonna do it because we all know that the U.S. knows that Mexico's ally is who? Putin is Mexico's ally. Putin, and so he's already sending stuff over there to Mexico. They're already building a military base here.
Russia is?
Mexico is.
Mexico.
Oh.
But you think
Gotcha.
somebody doesn't have money to give out to Mexico?
Yep.
To be able to put anything they want to here in front of us now?
Is it safe around here?
Eagle Pass is very safe, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even with all the migrants coming over.
Oh, yes, because we're
Okay.
well protected by, right now we're well protected with a whole bunch of police officers and sheriffs I think we should also thank the governor of Florida for sending out his state troopers and for the National Guard coming out here.
We saw Florida
Yeah, we saw-
wildlife and
Brown
yeah,
or something. Oh, oops.
What's that?
the fish and wildlife or whatever. We've seen
here?
quite a few,
Florida,
quite a few
like
vehicles
Florida.
coming in and out. Yeah.
That'd be like our game wardens, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. Seen the Florida State Troopers as well.
Your name again?
Yeah.
David.
Florida State Troopers. Yep.
Snedeker.
Are you giving numbers again? I don't think so.
Yeah. And it's davidsnedeker.com is my website where you can find
Sorry, somebody said something funny.
What's that?
Somebody said something funny in chat. They said, "Lori, run past the police line. I haven't seen a demon get chased by a good guy in a while."
You gotta give your audience what they want.
I know.
Come on,
Well,
You gotta laugh
what
at
they
it.
want.
Yeah. So yeah, a while ago, I don't know if you guys saw, there were already the migrants being released over there.
What?
Those are really.
Yeah,
Where?
they were already walking over there towards the shelter, because what they do is they'll go knock at night if they don't want to stay in the street, and then they go over to that shelter and they'll open it up a little bit. And right now they're doing everything very sneaky.
What
there.
shelter?
Right.
Huh? It's called Border Hope.
Border Hope?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's right there, like I said. If you do the dead end, you hit the bridge, you go all the way up, and you get to the second light. You take a right, and you go one, and then you go half a block. On the right-hand side, you'll see an money exchange place. Right behind it, you'll
Okay.
see the gates open and close. And
Wow. Okay.
Is that where I saw you and we waved?
no, you saw me over here.
No, it was over. I went to the other side of the bridge, and I was walking back on this main road.
Was that you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that I said, hey.
yeah. We were
I
like,
said
peace.
that. Yes. I said,
Yeah.
he looks like a supporter. I said, I want to talk to him, so I didn't turn around. I wasn't expecting that being you. I didn't remember you off the top. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Somebody said they have a giant camp by the river right beside the casino. You have to see it with a drone, or you have to walk down to the water.
I can, well, you can pull up the casinos on GPS
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
That was just something, I don't know if it's
By
true
the
or
way,
not.
go-
That's just
go
something
take
somebody
a look
was
at the
saying.
casinos. They're awesome.
The Kickapoo, right?
Yeah, the Kickapoos, yeah.
Kickapoo?
It's not, but it's not like the ones in Louisiana where you sit down and they'll give you free beer and stuff
Right,
like that.
right, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they only give you,
Lucky
they only give
Eagle
you sodas.
Casino? Is that where they're saying that there's a?
They didn't say a name. Is there more than one big casino around here?
I think there's just
That's
the
that's
one.
the only one.
Just the one that'd
Yeah.
be the Kickapoo.
That would
Well,
be
that's
by the
right
river
on
there.
That's right on the river. Um,
And this was just somebody, like I said, again in
I
chat,
went
so I
to that
don't know.
casino probably 10, 12 years ago, probably. It was big, but I heard it's a lot bigger now. I've
that's
heard.
another 20 minutes.
Hey, just so you know, the other day I was over there because my wife, I have to take her out. It's my family anyways. I mean, even if I'm afraid of the cops over there, because they can defend themselves, not me. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But I went out there and he knows I don't like what they're doing. The Mexican council's husband knows that I don't like what they're doing because they're always over there rubbing shoulders with the officials in Mexico. They have what they call a little like a place here on the Mexican side that you can go to eat and stuff like that. They have like little shops there, like an attraction area, and they had like a little party going on. And I wasn't expecting to see the Mexican council's husband there. He sent one of the police officers from Mexico to stand next to me because I have my bag like it looks like a bag, but it's a what's it called, like
Backpack?
like a military
Oh.
that you can.
Yeah, yeah.
And they,
Dog tags?
Yeah, he knows I don't like them.
Like a kit, yeah.
Like a kit, yeah,
like a
that you
kit,
put a
yeah.
whole bunch of stuff in
Yeah,
it.
kit, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he sent
Like a carrier.
Yeah,
Like
he's
a carrier.
like a carrier,
Yep.
correct.
Yep.
He sent a Mexican official cop to be able to look like this. Like I was in right there, to be able to look like this to see if I really had a gun.
See if you had anything
a
on
gun
you.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he knows that I don't like them for what they do, for what they represent. They're only here to mess over us. That's what they're here. That Mexican council. And that's the first one that has to go. That Governor Abbott has to do.
So you're saying, go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering how is that character hired or placed or whatever? Is that?
I don't know how he's placed. I don't know.
I mean, is that?
So that's the consul. You're saying consul, not council. Consul, CONSUL, the embassy.
Yes.
So the Mexican consulate.
Oh,
Yes,
consulate.
consulate.
Yeah,
Consulate. Consulate.
The
Okay.
consulate,
Yeah,
okay.
because I was like, what's the
Yeah,
Mexican?
Mexican.
consulate?
I was
what
wondering
yeah, I'm
too.
sorry, I was
Okay.
kind of getting a little
Consulate
the
too.
Consul.
Consulate.
Consulate.
Gotcha,
Okay.
gotcha, gotcha.
So,
Okay.
so that's the U.S. Or it's
He's appointed-
Mexico appointing for the
U.S.
U.S.
So in other words, we're making money on that side, and then they come and collect
Yeah.
over here.
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Hawks got those coordinates show up for Matamoros, Reynosa, McAllen.
That'd
Is
be
this
down in the
Texas,
valley.
Hawk? Is this Texas?
Yeah,
That-
that's Texas.
That's
Yeah.
down in the
Okay.
valley.
Allen, that's the Mexican side, and that's the Texas side. They have family over there on the Texas side.
Here, you want to show it on there?
So my guess is that they had to get to those coordinates to come over.
No.
And that's no.
I'm thinking that's where they go once they get here,
Once they
right?
get here.
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
From here, they go to San Antonio, straight to the shelter. They have a shelter like right across the street from the Greyhound in San Antonio. There's like a type of a shelter where they receive them. I don't know if it's still there, but it's like basically right there. Like,
I wonder if that was possibly like those
No, they
coordinates
don't go-
may have been like a getaway or something.
Was this the Mexico
No,
side?
they don't go through there. They go through the inner Mexico, and then they come around because they circle Tamaulipas, which is where the state where the cartels, the Gulf cartel, and the side branch of the Zetas cartel is fighting each other. They go around that, and they come over here because they know it's militarized here on that other side in Mexico. And then they go around so they don't end up getting killed like the back in what is it, 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. They had like 37 or 47 migrants that got killed and put in graves, and they found them in graves and stuff.
Oh, like a mass graves.
Yeah, like
I never heard of that
like
though.
what Saddam
We don't
Hussein
hear
did.
about
What
that.
was that? Saddam Hussein was doing that, wasn't he? Like
Yeah,
having,
like mass graves.
Yeah, like mass graves.
Mass graves. Well, yeah, a lot
Well,
of
that,
yeah,
I
that
think
happens
that's
in a lot
what
of
they were
places.
saying he was doing, but
Yeah.
they also said he had weapons of mass destruction.
Well, yeah, right,
They
right.
wanted to install Rothschild
Yeah.
Central Bank is basically what they wanted to do.
If your comments are being deleted, it's because YouTube deletes comments on its own. I don't know why. They censor our chats, and it's not anything I'm doing or my mods are doing. My mods are only here to take people out if they are really out of line and just really, really being really out there.
Wait a minute.
You're allowed to.
Censoring?
Yeah, YouTube will censor you if
Be
you.
a conspiracy theorist.
Like I've done it. I put comments down and they don't show up, and the person never took my comments out. No mod came and took them out. Oh no, YouTube took them out and never let them even go in there. Yeah, so just so you guys know, try to reword something. There, YouTube has its own little algorithms that it censors stuff.
Stop it a little bit.
Oh, okay, yep. Hold on a second. Guys, let me go back here. So I muted you, and I know people get upset when you mute them. I just wanted to let you know I muted you because he wanted to say some things to us that he felt would put his life in danger. So I respected that. Okay. So anyway, he's talking to them about some stuff, and he didn't really want to share too much more. So anyway, I just met both of these gentlemen. What was it, Dave? I don't know Dave. And the gentleman that stopped us, he's somebody here that lives here, and his soon-to-be wife, he's getting married, lives in Mexico across the border. So that's what all he was talking about, and he didn't really want to be on camera, so we just faced it a different way. And I think we're gonna go get something to eat. There's really not too much going on down here. There were the brown hat, what they call the brown hat brigade, I believe, that were down here for a very short period of time. And it's pretty quiet. Every once in a while you see a car go by that, you know, people look like they're just kind of looking around, but that's all. So I hope that, and again, these are just, I like to come down here and interview people. I like to talk to people, to see, I've talked to people who have totally different views. And so it's nice to be able to come down and just see what people, especially people from this area, it's nice to see what they have to say about what's going on in Eagle Pass. Anyway. Yeah, the brown berets. So thank you, Susie. The brown berets, yes. So it's been an interesting day. We've gone down here earlier today, and we saw some confrontations. But for the most part, it was peaceful. Like there was no violence. So that is good. I'm really happy about that. Really, really happy about that. And we went out and we did a little investigating, kind of not investigating, but we just went out and looked around, you know, farther down from here. I'm bad at directions, so I don't remember which direction. But, you know, I found some things out there. There was a lot of discarded clothes. There was some discarded cards. There were like cash cards. This gentleman was telling us one was some kind of pharmacy card. So coordinates. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just coming down and looking and seeing what's what. So anyway, I'm gonna peace out. Dave Snedeker. Okay, thank you, Hawk. Thank you. It's Dave Snedeker. And you can rewind. He had his sweatshirt that had the his channel. I think he's on Rumble, if I remember right. Yeah, a lot of people are sharing videos. There's a lot of people coming down and everybody catches something different. That's what I love about this is I don't have to catch everything that happens. It's just nice to come down and if something happens in front of you, you guys get to see it. We all get to see it. So, and that's, you know, that is what's nice about there being a lot of different live streamers and people who are taking video and stuff so that it can be shared. What's, you know, so people can just put it all together and kind of make their own mind up about what's going on down here. I'm glad that I came down. I'm glad that I took the time to check it out. We're gonna come back. Eddie and I are gonna come back here tomorrow. There's supposed to be something happening down here, some speakers. We had some kids come by earlier on bikes and they were like, we thought Trump was gonna be here and there would be a whole bunch of people. What a disappointment. They were all disappointed because there wasn't a bunch of people down here and it had all been hyped up and everything. It seems like it's been really quiet. It doesn't seem like there's been a lot of people all upset at each other and everything. A few times probably that I saw, but that's my take on it. The governors. Yes, the governors are coming. Yes, thank you, Annie. So we're going to try to come down here tomorrow and see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, love y'all. Always use your voice. I like to go around and collect all these voices. I love it when people will talk to me and share their voice, even if I don't even agree with their opinion. It's nice to hear the voice and for people to speak up. So I feel like I accomplished my little mission, was to talk to people and to thank you so much for talking to us. You know, to come down and just try to show you guys an honest accounting of who's here, what's happening, and As my good friend Barry says, it's a dark world, be a light. And I always say, use your voice. Peace out.